Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I have for you my top 10 fall designer fragrances of 2018. Now fall is a season, I love doing these seasonal videos. Fall is a season particularly that I have grown to enjoy more and more as I have grown up, just because it's a season where, obviously things are changing, leaves are falling, there's just kind of like a certain vibe in the air. It's starting to get a little bit colder, so people are starting to bundle up a little bit more. It's bring out the cinnamon, bring out the apple cider. My family, my wife and I, we like to go hiking, and so we like to go upstate. We like to go with our friends and rent cabins basically and just have a good time and start bonfires and grill outside. It's just an excellent time. And fall, for fragrances wise, is also an excellent time. Because again, it's another chance to just push all of the other fragrances to the back and bring out the ones that I really like for the fall. So I am happy to present to you my top 10 list for the designer fragrances for the fall of 2018. Now before we get started, I do have one quick note, really quick note, and that is that this list is my list. These are the fragrances that I am going to be wearing for the fall. They're not necessarily fragrances that I am suggesting for you guys to wear, but if you're interested in them, by all means. I know this video is a little bit late. I like to do this one in earlier on before it actually hits September, but it is what it is. Here it is. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Number 10 on the list, Mont Blanc Individual. This is a fragrance that crept up on me. I had heard so much about it. It'd been out for quite a while, but I just never actually got my nose on it. And once I did, I was very surprised and pleasantly surprised at that. This is a great raspberry scent. It's a great scent that you can wear in casual situations, and I specifically like to wear it, casually and to the office. Overall, all around, just a good scent, and you can get it for an inexpensive price as well too. So do some searching around, and you probably won't be disappointed, especially if that's kind of your thing. So Mont Blanc Individual. Number 9 on the list is Pure Havane from the house of Thierry Mugler. Now this one could easily be higher on the list. It's just kind of where I felt I would actually put this one. This is tobacco mixed with chocolate, mixed with the typical Angel Men DNA. It's a fantastic scent, and it's one that does really well in the fall. It kind of has this nice sweetness vibe going to it. It's one that I like to wear if we're going out to a bar, if we're going out drinking with some of our friends, or something along those lines. Pure Havane is one that I'm going to go ahead and choose. So at number 9, Pure Havane. Fragrance number 8, Allure Homme. I was going to say Allure Homme Sport for a second there, but then I just kind of realized. Anyways, Allure Homme, the original Allure from the house of Chanel. This fragrance, to me, is heavily overlooked. It's an old fragrance, but it hasn't aged in terms of how it smells. This is the archetype for a lot of the fragrances that are out there, and it smells very similar to some other fragrances that are there, but really at the end of the day you're going to kind of get like an apple pie type of a vibe coming from it, but it really does have a nice little spicy vibe going to it. It's going to last a good amount of time on your skin. It's a great scent to wear as it starts to get a little bit colder on it, so it's got a nice little warming up effect for it. So it's one that I choose to wear in that. So at number 8, Allure Homme. Number 7, from the house of Jean Paul Gaultier, Ultra Male, or Le Male Ultra, whatever you want to call it. And it's also known as the Le Male Extreme as well too. But this fragrance is, I want you to think of Le Male, but I want you to think of something that has got like this berry note that's actually put in. So you get a really strong berry vibe coming from this fragrance. This is a great fragrance to wear when it's almost at its coldest, if you will, in the fall season. It will penetrate through most of the air, and people will smell you around it. You want to wear this one when you want to be noticed. To be honest, I really struggled with whether or not to put this one or Le Male in, but I decided, what, I'm actually going to wear Le Male, the original one, in the winter, and so I put this one here. So Le Male or Ultra Male. Fragrance number 6 on the list, from the house of Armani, Acqua di Gio Profumo. Now, this is one that I like to wear when it's still a little bit on the warmer side for the fall. I also like to wear this one to work as well from the designer side. Now, the reason that I like to wear it is because it's got that sharp, citrusy, kind of aquatic vibe that's going along with it, but it also has spices that's really key that I really like to wear in the fall. So that's usually why I turn to Profumo. And so you can often find me wearing this one, again, especially to work or situations where, you know, I might be wearing a suit, I may have to go out and speak with some stakeholders or something of that nature, and I'll go ahead and wear this. And I know it's a safe fragrance that people aren't going to, you know, think that I smell bad or anything like that. In fact, they're going to like the smell. And it's one that I really pull off well. So yeah, definitely Acqua di Gio Profumo. Number 5 on the list, Terre de Hermes. This is the original. We're not talking about any of the flankers. It's the original one. And I want you to think of orange peels and earthy kind of undertones kind of with this. It's got a really rugged kind of a vibe to it. It's not too rugged. It's like a put together rugged, if you will. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of an imagery. I want you to think of jeans that have been, when you buy jeans that are pre-ripped. That's what this kind of reminds me of. And I know that's kind of, you know, not the best imagery, if you will, but that's the best impression that I can. And I do love the fragrance for it. It's one that I can easily interchange well or wear it well, either casually, I can wear it upscale. The only type of scenario that I really don't choose to wear this one in is really when I'm going out and drinking a lot of alcohol or something along those lines, all right? So yeah, absolutely. Number 5, Terre de Hermes. Number 4, 24 Gold. 24 Gold is a fragrance that I think is still criminally overlooked. If it didn't come from the company 24 and it was under a brand name house or a designer house, this would get more accolades than it actually is. It's a very thick, heavy amber resin type of a scent. This is a great one to wear in the cold weather. It's a great one to wear casually. It's a great one to wear to the bar. It's a great one to wear, you know, going out. It's fantastic. It's got the staying power. It's got the projection. Fantastic fragrance all around, 24 Gold. Number 3, from Hugo Boss, we've got Boss Bottled, number 6. I have often said this. This is close to, if not, you know, fall in a bottle. The one fragrance I'm going to tell you guys right now that is not on this list is Burberry London, which is the real fragrance that I consider fall in a bottle. But this one, it's more fall in a bottle. Every time I spray this on, I think fall. I think, you know, it's crisp. I think apple pie. I think cinnamon. Those are the kind of vibes that I'm getting from this scent, and it's absolutely fantastic for that. Highly versatile in almost any scenario you can kind of think of. You can wear this one, and it does excellent. Just a quintessential fall fragrance, highly affordable as well. Boss Bottled. Number 2 on the list, Mugler's Pure Malt. Pure Malt is one of the fragrances that help kickstart my fragrance junkie collection, if you will. I smelled this, and this was one of the fragrances that I was like, wow, fragrances could smell like this. It was, you know, altering. It was just absolutely fantastic. And I've always loved most of the Mugler fragrances that are, you know, within the actual collection. This one, you're going to get malt whiskey kind of mixed in with chocolate. You're going to get mixed in with patchouli. Fantastic fragrance all around. It's one that does well in almost any fall scenario that you can kind of think of. So number 2, Pure Malt. And the number 1 fall fragrance from the designer side on my list is from the house of Yves Saint Laurent, M7. This is mystery in a bottle. This was a blind buy for me, and one that, wow, I love this blind buy. This is, you know, very dark, very mysterious. The main note in this is oud, but it's a wearable oud. So this is one that, you know, I specifically like to wear on my wife and I's date nights. It's one that is just so well put together. You're laid back, you know, you're even though you're going out, you're still dressed up going out. You know, you've got a nice either suit on or, you know, half suit, things of that nature. Man, it's just delicious, absolutely fantastic. M7 from the house of Yves Saint Laurent. So that pretty much concludes my top 10 designer list. I hope you enjoyed this list. I am curious of your top fragrances for the fall of the, of 2018. I'm, noticing obviously my tastes only slightly shift. If I find a fragrance that I like, something's got to unseat it. And, there are a couple of fragrances in that list that are mainstays almost, and it feels like almost nothing will unseat them at this point, but we'll see what happens. Let me know what fragrances that you guys are planning to wear from the designer side down below, and your general thoughts. Thank you guys, take care of yourselves, and you guys have a great day.